So I was just in a charity one-shot for Feeding America in collaboration with the Naturolls, Dodoborne, Kai, and Mike Underwood. And we basically just recorded a one-shot in the Beast Feast campaign frame where we got to raise money for charity. At the time of this recording, we reached almost 300% of our goal, which is amazing to be able to feed basically people so many meals. With that being said, I recorded the VOD, and here it is for you all to see. That being said, there are a few disclaimers. Some of the audio is a little off because it was a recording and there were multiple streams, and there are ads that get played because it was recorded on Twitch. But for your pleasure, just throw it on in the background. Just hear what's going on. I'm in there playing a literal garbage can. If you want to know a little bit more about that, definitely check me out in the Discord because I did link my character sheet for everyone to view. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoy this charity one-shot, and the link for that charity one-shot and the charity for Feeding America is still down below, so you can donate now if you're just now watching it. Like I said, let's jump into this. It's definitely interesting.
Welcome to Bladebound Saga.
Intros for everyone, but I would love to take a quick minute for like a brief couple of seconds just to get everybody to introduce themselves and say hello. And this will serve two purposes because I can also look at all your levels and make sure they're working. So why don't we start with Mike?
Hello, everybody. I am Mike Underwood. I use they and he pronouns. I'm going to be your game master today, and I am super excited for you to meet my lovely players, starting with Kai.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns. You can find me everywhere as Estella Vimladris. Doing a lot of this, having a lot of fun, and so excited to be here to play Daggerheart as my beloved character that I'm so excited to play, Zaid Zephyr, who is a fairy warrior. And we'll get into the rest of the fairy horseborn warrior here to have a good time. And I'm going to pass it over to Rowan.
Hey, thanks, Kai. I'm Rowan, they, them. I'm from Dodoborne. I play Pistachio Drupe there. Today, I'm going to be playing a different kind of character, Candace, who's a Hearthborn Qatari rogue, and one half of the Can siblings, or 1/3 of the Can siblings, as you'll see very shortly here. I'm going to pass it over to Mick, who's the other part.
Yes, this is Mick. I use they, them pronouns, and I am from the Naturolls podcast. I play Svetlana, and today I'll be playing Candela, or Del for short, and they are a highborn Qatari sorcerer, and the other half of the Can siblings, or third, as you will see soon. And I will hand it over to the third.
My name is Daniel. I am the 1/3 of Bladebound, but we are the host of the Sage Touch podcast, which just talks about Daggerheart stuff. I am playing G4RB4G3, or Garbage for short.
Garbage
I
can.
I am the third of the Can siblings. And I'm a Clank Druid.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So we have a few notes. Chat was telling me the audio was weird sounding. For some reason, it was doubling. Welcome to streaming. I don't know what happened, but I think that's fixed. So we're good. Quick note. We're at $350 already.
Oh my God.
That's so
Holy
nice.
crap.
Y'all are amazing.
We're at
haven't even
300.
started.
Oh my God, Dodoborne's here. Act natural. Okay, so thank you to Pix for $200. $200. Thank you to Hack Shack for 50 and Tabletop Optimist for 30. So I'll send you updates for everything there. So Hack Shack, if you wanna give fear or hope, that is a thing that you can totally do. That's a thing you can totally do. You just need to let me know. I think that's it. Mike, we did have a request that we could get more audio from you. I think I have you all the way up on my end. Actually, let me see if I can boost you. Hold on just a second.
I
They bumped.
increased my gain. So now chat can let us know if that helps.
I think bump you because your levels
you
are
now, chat.
pretty
Let's see.
low compared to other people.
It's just that they have like such a serene
They're
voice.
putting on their air of
They
mystery
do.
for us.
They're so
I did, Pix.
soothing.
I did indeed. I will pass that on. Is there Pig Matthew Mercer in the chat tonight? Much better on Mike. Mike, could you say something again for me?
This is a mic check for Mike. It's recursive and delightful.
Yes, yes, it is.
That is a lot better for
That's
Mike.
so great.
I'm seeing good levels. Was that a little too loud? I turned Mike up a little bit on my end as well. Is that a little? I don't want to peak.
Everyone says that it sounds good now.
No. One more time, Mike. One more time. Quick.
No,
I
perfect.
have one person saying maybe too much, but if it's mostly okay.
Yeah, I turned it back down, so I think I think we're better. Sorry about that, chat. It's trying to. This is what I was stressed about. Okay, so we have captions. We have all your players. We have, I think, everything you need. I'm gonna get myself off the screen so that way you guys can hang out with your GM and your players and get entered into the world. So,
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll be around in chat. So you guys have fun.
All right, everyone. So now that all of our tests are complete, I'm very happy to welcome you into this wonderful one-shot. I want to say thank you again to everyone who's donated, to the lovely players. And now I'm just going to give a little bit of introduction. For those of you that don't know me, while I did work on Daggerheart as an additional designer, this stream is independent. It is not associated with Darrington Press. And in the stream, I'm speaking only for myself and my personal approach to playing and running Daggerheart. So if what I'm doing is inspirational to you, then that is wonderful and delightful, but don't take this as any kind of canon. We are going to be doing our own interpretation of the Beast Feast campaign frame, which was designed by Banana Chan, Rowan Hall, and Spencer Stark, and it's in the Daggerheart core rulebook. Again, this is a non-canon version. It's just our version. The rustic, peaceful village of Elmore sits atop the Plover Caves, a labyrinthine system of caverns full of dangerous and delectable creatures. When the powerful magic keeping the villagers safe begins to fail, the bravest among them must descend into the caves to save the day. So that's a direct quote from the Daggerheart core book, giving you an introduction of Beast Feast. We're going to be doing a little bit of a tweak. So imagine a kind of funny, mirthful, weird fantasy world. You might imagine it in an animated form, should your imagination have a little medium dial where you switch between comics and video games and so on. The small town of Elmore has just greeted dozens of refugees from the community of Wanderer's Wood, a druid-led community in a forest inside the Plover Caves, right? The Plover Caves are this massive mega dungeon size set of caverns. And at the very bottom of that cave is a magical working enchantment called the Lure. And what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to keep all the monsters in the caves, lower down in the caves and away from the town of Elmore. But that lure is failing. And as a result, all of these ecosystems and habitats of the various monsters are being disrupted. And so one thing that happened recently is that the wooded community of Wanderer's Woods was overrun by monsters, and the people were driven out. Those that survived made it out into Elmore, which is the first town that you find on the outside of the caves. Elmore is a small town that has farming, and then there's some hunting that's usually done in a lake that's kind of toward the top of the caves. But all of that has now been disrupted. And while the people of Elmore are happy to try to help and welcome these refugees in, it does put the town in quite a bit of a spot in terms of food. Their stores are going to run out very soon. But there is hope. Vraska, the druid who is leader of the kind of druidic circle, despite being injured, was able to pass on key information to a group of 4 brave townsfolk who agreed to go forth into the caves and try and find a solution for Elmore's food needs. There is a fungrel named Ollie who is an artificer. And Ollie is the only person still in the caves that knows how to get to the Druidic Grove in Wanderer's Woods. Because left behind in the grove is a powerful artifact called the Orb of Fecundity, right? An orb of plenty, of growth. That orb was the key to Wanderer's Woods being able to survive in the caves because it helped their crops grow. But now the orb is needed in Elmore because that Wanderer's Woods community is empty. They weren't able to bring it with them because of the speed of the attack. The people from Wanderer's Woods are exhausted. Many are injured. Vraska specifically is pretty seriously injured. And so if they're going to be able to get the orb, it's going to take some brave souls to go in and either try to find Ollie and get directions from Ollie to the Wanderer's Woods or navigate their way through the woods on their own. So what we're going to do is we are going to join our adventurers just a little bit of a ways into the Plover Caves, beyond the fishing lake. You're in a kind of you're beside a river, and around the river there are just thousands and thousands of glowing blue fireflies, right? They, if you take some secretions from those fireflies, you get basically blueberry juice, because almost everything in the Plover Caves has some kind of food element to it. The directions you got from Vraska said that you have to find what most people call a cursed waterfall and go beyond the waterfall, and you'll find Ollie there. So we're going to introduce our characters one by one, and then I have some questions for these characters to help fill out the situation in Elmore and within the caves. Who do we think of the four characters is in the lead on your search for Ollie?
I feel like probably Candace will take point.
Okay.
She's often the person that's like in lead anyway, got the business mind for sure, just is kind of the de facto backbone for at least the trio.
Yeah, and could you tell us a little bit about Candace and what Candace looks like?
Yes, so Candace is a calico Qatari with, a brown spot, mostly white, and then some orange patches, including an orange longer set of hair that she puts into a ponytail. She is probably about 4'2", because she's more, if we're talking about the anthro scale, she's like mostly like a cartoon character level of cat person. And she is probably wearing like a leather apron with some scissors, her trusty scissors on her side.
Excellent. And given the failing of the lure, I'm curious, while you're in the caves, what danger to your shop still lingers in your mind, even as you're on a mission to do something else?
So a lot of the lore brings some specific like animals and plants that would draw some different types of furs and different fabrics that we ended up using a lot. The Can siblings are, in fact, similar to the Able sisters as a fabric and clothing shop. So we are worried about having a influx of our fabrics being gone.
Okay. So just behind Candace, I wonder if we see the other of the Can twins / siblings. Mick, if you want to tell us about Ella.
Yeah, so Dell is always behind Candace, following in her lead. You see they are also a Qatari. They're a classic orange cat where they are always up to no good and very adventurous spirit and very friendly, but oftentimes misunderstood. They have a very curly, tight curls of red hair, very large spectacles, and very eccentric clothing, very colorful, delicate embroidery, but it is unexpectedly tough. As a seamstress type of Qatari, they have made all of their clothing themselves, and they've made it very powerful and maybe even lined with some runes. They're a little bit skittish. They're a little bit shy, but once you get to know them, they really, really look out for all of their friends.
Excellent. Right. And so as you get closer, some of the magic of this waterfall becomes more evident. It's like something in the water is shimmering or iridescent on its own, right? If you could imagine a hygienic version of dumping a ton of glitter into a river source so that the waterfall kind of catches, refracts, and creates like a dancing rainbow flow down as it hits the river and then settles back into more normal water with the blueberry fireflies kind of buzzing back and forth, making some kind of sweetness in the air.
I think Candace's eyes are kind of like turned into dollar signs, and they go, "Oh, Candela, I hope you know exactly what I'm thinking."
I've got the tote right here. Here.
Yeah. I need you to take measurements. We're going to try and emulate this. I'm thinking tulle with maybe like some of the firefly stuff. Put that down. I'm gonna yes. A cascading sort of like triple tiered dress. I think that would go really well. Yeah. The mayor's wife. What do you guys think? Garbage?
You see kind of wandering a little bit in the corner. It's literally a silver garbage can with legs. Every so often, the eyes from the top of the garbage can will kind of open up a little and it'll spin around.
I don't know about it. It feels. I still don't know why we're out here. There's just too much going on. It's not like the shop at home.
Yeah, Garbage. There's something about this place that gives you a feeling that you don't remember feeling before. What and how do you think Garbage feels this strange subconscious reaction, and how do you respond?
I imagine that memories begin to flood of just feeling full and overly full and overwhelmed and not enjoying life at the sight of water. And just as
I don't know. It's just every time there's just so much water. It's not like a glass of water. It's not like a bucket of water. It's like it's everywhere. And I don't know how. I don't like it.
Okay, Garbage. All right. Great feedback. You don't have to go in the water. We are talking more about like a tiered dress where it like would fabric around you and then it would like glow. Wouldn't you think that would be more like pretty? Yeah.
It mimics water, but it's not actually water.
Yeah, it's not actually water, Garbage. No worries, Garbage. No water here.
Sure. Still don't like it.
While these three are talking kind of clothes and possibly the blueberry fireflies, who knows, we get the last member of our group. So Kai, if you could introduce Zaid for us, and then I've got a question for you.
Of course. While everyone is talking about the artistry of water, Zaid Zephyr, a tall, stick-thin fairy with a very mantis-like body, green and slight with extremely long limbs, draped in a simple shirt, an apron, some knee pants that tie off right before the big joints of mantis legs, and huge, bright eyes that look a little like voids set into what is otherwise just leaf green head. On the very top, fitted is a very smart straw hat that looks out of place, as it is probably the best made of all of the garments that they wear, but they are absolutely entranced as they look at this water. It's beautiful. And you can see even like parts of their exoskeleton just kind of shimmying and shaking with excitement, and their hands kind of flex and almost like go to reach the water, and they're like, no, we're not supposed to touch stuff. And they are not interested in artistic representations of water. No, they are interested in the water. Where do you think this all comes from?
And then Candace like looks up, and is there like a point of the top of the waterfall?
I think the top is within view, but I'm curious, and I will throw it back to you all. Where do you all think this water comes from? Is there a mountain somewhere else? Is there some magical source of water? And is this something that's known to the people of Elmore, or is it a mystery?
I think Zaid wishes that it came from the sea, but that's not how waterfalls work, even in most magical worlds. I'm picturing something deep in this mountainous area, maybe from a spring.
Yeah, I was almost thinking that it to the people in the city that we say it's a giant like sky whale that's just spewing things, but it's probably a spring, but like all of the kids know it's a giant sky whale.
Well,
So Zaid,
All the
the sky
kids
whale.
just tell me it's a giant sky whale, so I don't know. Why,
Well,
why
that's
do we-
because
why
it
does
is a
matter?
giant sky whale, but I mean, it could
Yeah,
be
giant
lots of
sky whale,
stuff.
right? Yeah, a giant sky whale. We've done a couple of things for a giant sky whale, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Must be difficult to tailor.
Oh, I would absolutely enjoy sewing something for a giant sky whale. Can you imagine the fabric that would take?
Yes, I can. I can imagine the magic. Ooh.
Oh, and can imagine the giant sky whale dollars. They would have quite a big handful of gold.
so
You know how many monster pastries we could make with that? Oh
that's
my
a lot
goodness.
of monster pastries. My question for Zaid is, what are you thinking, and what will need to change in how Elmore is planting crops to account for the fact that the town has just grown by, let's say, another 20% all at once?
Their farm, which has been there since forever, there are old plows and things that have lost use and rusted into dust that have been on that farm since they were a little nymph. But it's only so big. And the forest means that they can't really grow it much further outward. And so they're thinking about having to change the way that they rotate their crops, maybe find something that will help their land turn over and be healthier again. They're also thinking about this water, about bringing in more water, what it will take to grow enough crops so that there's enough wheat for monster pastries and for pies and for bread and everything else, because they mostly grow wheat. Simple, easy crop. But it takes a lot of room.
Okay. So as Zaid's thoughts turn back to the farm and there's chatter and movement around the waterfall, the kind of mist that comes off the fall reaches you, and each of you that it touches, there's like a little shiver that would go across your sensation or across your form, depending on how you want to interpret it. Everybody gets it on their own way. And I'm curious, this can go out to anybody. Why do people from Elmore stay away from this waterfall most of the time?
All I'm saying is if this is coming from a giant sky whale, I'm pretty sure this is its pee.
You are way too much garbage.
I just don't want to touch it in case it's whale pee, you know? I don't know.
You know,
To me, it doesn't make sense. What else would it be?
I never thought of whale pee before.
Have you seen a whale, Garbage?
No, which is why I'm even more confused. They say it's this thing that's super large and it sits in the water, but now it's saying it's in the sky. So that makes me even more confused as how it got there.
I'm going to spend a fear, and you all hear from the very edge of an audible range. Boo.
That's the whale.
Oh my god, I think
Wallace.
that's the giant sky whale. Now, that doesn't sound like, well, I guess he could be peeing and making that sound. I was going to say it's probably also like potentially like vomit or barf. But yeah, this makes more sense with that sound for pee.
GM, does that sound like a whale peeing?
So I
No?
would ask, which of the, do any of these characters have reference or context for what a whale would sound like?
No.
I don't know. I feel like garbage. So I do have an ability called Nature's Tongue. And so I would be willing to make an attempt to see if I understand if it's the sound of what I would imagine just from the ether of my being.
That's perfect.
Yes. So because this is not load bearing, and because it will let me make a joke, I'm going to say you don't have to make a roll here. And when the rest of you hear the second baroo, what Garbage hears as the fourth wall is pierced is, this is not where the story goes. Because you all were told that you would find Ollie behind the
All I'm
waterfall.
saying is, I want to just do what we need to do. Just get what the orb of the word that I probably shouldn't say, otherwise I might end up being bleeped on stream. And then we should just keep going. And because I don't want to deal with whale pee right now.
I mean, that's probably fair. We did say that we would do some stuff. So perhaps we go find Ollie. Ollie is a big investor in our shop. So this was beautiful. This is great. We have our ideas. Everybody move out.
So, Vreska, when she told you all about the waterfall, seemed a bit nervous. Which of you do you think is the first to approach the waterfall?
Zaid.
Zaid's like,
Water?
Zaid and Del, I think.
Right.
Del
And so the
hanging
river
on
here
Zaid's every step.
the river is very shallow, and so it's not even up to Zaid's kind of knee joint. But as you approach the waterfall and the kind of mist begins to pour over you, I'm going to ask you to make a presence reaction roll. And as a reminder, reaction rolls don't generate hope or fear, and you're just looking at the total. Okay, so on a 13, I'm going to ask you, Zaid, when have you felt unwelcome when you were in need of hospitality sometime in your life?
I think there was a time where the forest wanted to take things from Zaid's farm. And not obviously the trees, while they do have wants, many would argue. It wasn't the trees, it was the creatures trying to graze on their land and, well, take things that we needed in Elmore. And Zaid was injured by a creature and went looking nearby for help. It was late at night, and that night Zaid learned more steel within themselves, because the doors were locked even when the lights were on, and it wasn't until they got much deeper into town that they found any help.
And as you walk under the water, the shimmering, coruscating liquid kind of creating a wall on all sides. You find yourself in that lonely night again, and it plays out as if it were a story you could see but not touch. And when you emerge from the waterfall, you walk out facing your companions as you've walked out the direction you walked in. And you are left with that feeling of locked door after locked door.
Oh, you're all here.
Oh. Hey, weren't you going in? Is that just a wall? Is that what's going on?
Zaid would kneel down and just kind of like try and hug, if that's all right with everyone. Oh.
You're wet. You're wet, and we're
sorry.
cats.
Oh, sorry. That waterfall feels bad. Feels very
I
bad.
told you.
Well, then don't go in it.
Yeah, don't go in that one.
I mean, like, it's whale pee. We established that.
Which of you has the highest instinct in the group? Would that be Garbage?
I'm out of 3.
What?
Garbage.
Oh, gee.
When Zaid wrapped the three of you in their arms, for just a moment, you saw like a sliver of a gap in the waterfall.
Does anyone else see that? Because, this is like really tiny.
What is garbage?
I'm just gonna start walking over. It's like this, and I'll like walk over to the sliver of the wall, and like I'll insert my head as best I can. If I can, I attempt to. Is it a big enough sliver for a garbage can to get through?
Why don't you also give me a presence reaction roll? And if you wanted to apply an experience relevant to like investigation or magic or perception, you're definitely in the position to be able to do so.
I would like to use a hope to use another man's treasure, as this is not my treasure, or this is because one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Great.
Yeah. That is going to bring me. Did it roll? Let it roll. Ooh, the VTT isn't working, so physical dice it is. That is a 13 with hope.
So a 13 is unfortunately just what Zaid got. And once kind of Garbage's eyes are beyond the threshold of the water, Garbage finds themselves again in like a numinous, hazy memory, like it's a dream of some time when they were feeling unwelcome or shut out from others.
Nope, this isn't work. Nope, don't know what to do here. You try it.
And I'm gonna slap, well, I'm a can, I don't have hands. I'm just gonna like bump up to dice. And I am going to say,
Here, try this.
and I'm gonna like spit up like a banana peel from that was thrown up.
See if you can get this through, and this might work.
And can I use that to spend a hope to try to help?
Yeah, and I'm gonna yes and this by repeating this little sliver of an opening in the moment when Garbage hands over the peel, and there's something shared, there is reciprocity, something shifts, kind of right, it's like a visual glissando, like something plays across the waterfall.
Thank you, Garbage. This was my lunch earlier, and now you've given it back to me. That's so fantastic. I really appreciate
it.
it.
The black gooey stuff from inside.
It so great. It's so slippery. I love this so much.
You can use it like
Um,
oil. I know how it, can help you get through things.
Yeah, I'll use it like oil right now. Della, come here.
Okay, what's up, sis?
And then I think Dice is gonna be like, "Hey, so," and they put
I'm
their
on
little
it.
paw on it. Yeah, you got it. You're about to get oiled up. Let's go. And they're gonna just like put the use
Oh,
the
that
banana
smells
peel to
gross.
like
Give me
oil
more.
up.
I do it myself,
Okay.
but I don't have hands.
So
Yeah,
I-
that's the thing,
I'm
they
concerned
don't
about
have
this.
hands.
Yeah, that
What?
stuff is not what's supposed to come out of. Never mind. We'll deal with that later.
What doesn't
It's-
kill you makes you slightly better.
Exactly. It's gonna
Or
make
stickier.
our
Same thing.
fur hydrophobic. Okay,
Mhm.
all right,
Mhm.
my turn.
Go, go, go.
So
Here we go.
Garbage, why don't you roll me a d6 to represent your help here?
I rolled a
And
5.
then
Nice.
Rowan, go ahead and add +5 to your roll.
All right. All right. You want to go together, Della?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. And we're going to link hands. And because I have my sibling with me, I'd like to also use my sibling's keeper to increase this roll.
Fantastic.
Don't roll 1 and 2. That's all you need. Just not 1 and 2.
Did not. It is going to be. Is this. What roll is this?
This is a presence reaction roll.
Presence reaction. So that's 15 on the dice. And then +1 from presence. 16 +2. 18 +5, 23.
23. Amazing. So, right, the two of you linked hands, and as you step in, the waterfall parts so that you move only through the mist. And because the two of you are linked, I would love for Mick and Rowan for you to collaborate and tell me about a moment where the two of you felt welcomed as a pair.
I think when we first got to Elmore is like probably the most I've felt welcome in my life. And especially as siblings, they welcomed us with open arms after the place that we left kind of booted us.
Yeah.
It was my fault, but
Stella always thinks it was their fault, but it was, we were two scrappy little orphans who were up to some mischievousness. And, Eleanor just kind of welcomed us into the community, gave us some community members that tried to help us around and brought us food and helped us get on our feet, and loved the idea of some seamstresses or seamsters, I guess, coming in and giving people fashion. So,
and they didn't make fun of my eccentric clothing or how I'm a little bit shy sometimes.
and pretty much everybody here is really awesome. That is, except for Carol. We don't fuck with Carol. Fart with Carol.
All right. And experiencing that memory again, maybe something is shared between the two of you in that way that siblings have a way of communicating. And you're certain that that this magic of the waterfall has something to do with being welcome and being scared. Exactly what we're going to do with that, we'll wait as a moment as we throw back to Michael for a reminder about why we are here today. Thank you everyone for watching. Please stay tuned, and we'll jump back into the game in just a moment.
Hi everyone, I'm back. I don't want to take you away from this amazing game so far, but I want to give a few highlights, what we're here doing and kind of how you can help. So we are currently raising money for Feeding America because everybody deserves to have food, absolutely everyone. So thank you to everyone who's given so far. I don't know if the players and the GM know this, but we're at $850 already of our
Unreal.
$500 goal. So you all are amazing. You guys have given so much that I think everybody has maximum hope, and GM has. If you want more fear, Mike, there's still more waiting for you in the donations. So, just
You don't need more.
anytime you use one, just go right back up. Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. That's really all. Exclamation point charity. The link is with Tiltify. All that money goes straight to the charity. Obviously, I don't think this needs to be said, but we don't take any of that. That is all going straight to Feeding America. And I said this in chat. Every $1 for Feeding America is 10 meals for someone who needs it.
Nice.
So you guys have raised already 8,500 meals for people who need to eat. And guess who needs to eat? It's everyone. So thank you for that. I'm going to kick it back to them. Just a reminder, there is a giveaway right now for Daggerheart on Demiplane going on. So if you want a chance to win, exclamation point Daggerheart. And then I'm going to hand it back to your GM and players who are doing so amazing. There's already so many iconic moments. So there you go.
Candace and Candela, returning to the moment from this memory of being welcomed into Elmore and knowing that there are dozens of people waiting in the town who are hopefully experiencing that same welcome, but may be filled with some trepidation and worry. You look out and see Zaid and Garbage. How do you think you would be able to communicate what you've intuited or what you're feeling to be able to help bring your companions through the waterfall?
I think Dice looks over at Della and goes, so that felt like we held hands and we did this together. So maybe we just need them to hold our hands and then we all go through this together. Either that or was maybe the banana peel oil goo grossness. And I really hope it wasn't the banana goo oil grossness. Maybe it was. Maybe we coat them in that first and then they hold our hands and stuff.
I kind of like it. I mean, it makes my skin really soft.
Yeah.
See, I told you, Zayd, you just gotta use the stuff from the inside.
It doesn't even stick to me. I have an exoskeleton.
I mean, that's why it all sits inside the can.
It doesn't stick to your outside either.
Yeah, I know.
You're
Well, maybe if you're holding on to our hands and we're covered in it, then we can pull you through. I think maybe all that matters is that one of us is covered in the banana goop.
I think it had happened no matter if all of us were covered in the banana goop, but I do understand your opinion, Della. So, considering that the rest of y'all can't do that, just look, come on. And they'll extend their hands, their little paws out through the waterfalls and hope to grab onto. I think Dice will like go around Garbage's garbage can since Garbage doesn't have hands. And Della.
I'm just gonna jump. Just try catch me.
I don't think I can catch you.
I'll just jump as best I can.
Oh, there it goes.
So,
Does all the garbage spill onto Candace?
I mean, I think that's up to Garbage to decide what a leaping, what a bound and being caught is like.
There's no grace to this. You see legs jump, and it's hopes to land somewhere on the other side.
Oh no!
And this is very fitting because if I remember correctly, the Can siblings were some of the first people to welcome Garbage into Elmore. Daniel, do you want to tell us just very briefly about that moment as Garbage remembers it?
Yeah, Garbage was not welcomed in Elmore when they came to be. Garbage just knows they were on the side of the street, woke up, walked around, no one wanted to be. Garbage smells, not great. Just not great. And Dice and Della were the first people to say, hey, you wanna come with us? I was just going to stay on the side of the street and just rest.
And that meanie Carol, she tried to get you kicked off the street. Carol.
Yeah.
He said something
Carol.
about the HOA's fees got changed
Yeah.
for silver cans. You need to use the blue, not the silver cans. And I just didn't understand because it's not like I can change my color.
Right. Carol was such a kind of like terrible person. She was trying to say there's a smell ordinance. Like, there's no such thing as a smell ordinance. If there
No,
was,
but compost
she-
pile smells terrible. She would have gotten me up for that a long time ago.
No one talks about the little stuff that she smells like, because she smells like she's dying too.
Yeah, like mothballs and jerk.
So
What does jerk-
on the other side of the waterfall now, Kai, I want to give you the chance to kind of return to a memory of being welcomed as well, if you would like to tell us real quick.
So Zaid has a colorful imagination. And while the harrowing reality of sometimes being a farmer at the edge of town lingers in the back of their mind, they begin to paint it over like a storybook. Page after page of bright, beautiful watercolors and thick, beautiful lines, and the rolling fields of wheat become rolling seas. Because Zaid Zephyr fantasizes himself as a swashbuckling rogue of the golden seas of Elmore, and one of the only peoples to ever welcome them with open arms and kind of unquestioningly are the Can siblings. As Zaid went looking one day for the perfect smart hat that every great swashbuckler must own, and they remember walking into the door of the shop, and not a single, well, maybe some raised eyebrows that they didn't notice, but not a single naysayer about a smart and maybe a little bit more extravagant straw hat than most farmers would ever need, so that they could feel themselves as they stride across the great weedy seas of their farm.
Fantastic. So the four of you are left with those warm memories. You are rather soaked by magically glittery water, but it will evaporate probably into like rainbows.
Ooh.
Something like that. And now that you're on the other side of the waterfall, you can see that in this cave, there are a number of kind of floating, almost as if within water, kind of glowing globules of orange light. A few on this side, a few on that side, and then a set in a winding row that creates almost a pathway to a house made of, let's say, conservatively, 17 different alloys and types of metals.
Conservative.
Cobbled together, welded, sometimes a little. Let's say that this house is not OSHA safe. It's very much a DIY kind of thing, and it has many very characterful elements. But the thing that will draw your attention at this moment is the silhouette of a skinny fungus person, backlit by light from inside, as someone stands in the door looking at you. Hello?
Oh, hello!
Why?
Why? What?
Why are you here?
Oh, we seek
Oh.
the orb of fecundity? Or
Yeah.
the orb of plenty?
Yeah,
I was
whatever.
told that you knew how to get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did Vraska put you up to this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, come over here so I don't have to yell at you.
Sure, absolutely. We're coming. I gotta say, I love what you're doing with this place. The multiple different types of alloys.
Looks about 17 from my count.
Oh, I was saying at least. It's very
Um,
patchwork, very gauche.
Fantastic. Rowan, why don't you give me a presence action roll here to see how well this charm offensive works?
Excellent.
Ollie.
Cool. I'm going to do this. Crit. Double fours.
So, what is it in your approach that you think is either especially charming or disarming for a very nervous, very anxious, lonely fungal?
I think, well, I feel like the fungal that would be in having made, like, obviously a kind of ramshackle abode, not a very sturdy one. I think most people would be like, "Ooh, is it safe to be here?" And instead, Dice is coming up and being like, "Oh, this is very creative. I like it. It's coming in with a compliment first instead of automatically being on the attack."
Okay. Yeah. And so as you approach with this kind of affirming, chatty mentality, you see like a spindly enoki mushroom person, right? Enoki is a very tall, narrow type of mushroom. And so the like bloom of tiny little caps atop their head, like hair. And they wear a kind of a blue tunic, an apron, and then some loose pants and simple shoes. And the apron is obviously like a work apron because there's like a wrench and something that's maybe slightly on fire. And is that a paintbrush? It has paint. There's paint on the apron, so that's probably a paintbrush.
All right.
And the body language of Ollie, this fungal person, just kind of relaxes and says, "Well, you're not like they were so much at all. And you got through you're here. Why don't you come inside?" Right. And Ollie says, "Why don't you come inside with a confidence unlike what you'd experienced before? Like it was a choice made very much affirmatively." The inside is, and I will say this as a way of putting my own life and my own experiences into the fiction, an ADHD disaster.
You know what, Ollie? Me too. Me too.
Boxes,
Me too.
half full glasses of water, places where someone wouldn't generally stand or stop. Why is it there? I don't know. Neither does Ollie.
They forgot it there. It's fine. That's where it lives now.
And
Right.
once everyone is inside, Ollie pulls some kind of it's like a copper box that has like 5 different buttons on it and goes beep boop boop boop, and the door just closes behind you.
Ooh.
That was a fun sound.
In their kitchen, test tubes, beakers, various glowing effervescent liquids.
Oh my gosh.
In another corner of the room, a variety of things that would be electronic, except they're magical. This thing is hovering. This thing is spinning. This thing is emitting sparks a little bit too closely to paper. And Ollie kind of paces back and forth and goes, tea, that's the, okay.
Like the letter?
I think like the drink.
Yes.
Oh.
I am going to offer you tea. Just a second. And like is adjusting like Bunsen burner type things, and then moves a beaker and puts a tea kettle where the beaker was, and the Bunsen burner is still going.
Oh.
Fascinating.
You
I think
are my
we see
first
some-
guests in this house.
Ever?
Oh,
I
really?
only built it 3 months ago.
You built
Oh.
this 3 months ago. Wow.
I
And we can
mean,
see some of the lights and things kind of reflecting on Zaid's exoskeleton, and their eyes have never looked bigger.
I did have help, but I made that help. So you can say that I did it on my own. The help is all asleep right now because they get grumpy during the daytime when I have them work too long.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I understand. You have done marvels with the place. I love all of the different like textures and vials and everything. And I think
What
Dice
does
is
it say?
It's just, that
Just
they're
touching stuff. Just touching.
Oh,
I
please
think-
don't touch that. That is intentionally explosive.
Oh, okay. Don't touch that one. All right. Is there anything else that is dangerous in here?
Yes, lots of things are dangerous. I'm sorry, I have to ask you to not touch things.
That's okay. We are guests
But-
in your house.
but
That is totally
you-
fine.
Oh, this is so hard. You said something about the orb.
Yes.
Yes. The orb of fecundity?
Legit.
Fecundity?
What they said.
Be careful.
That's right, Garbage. Don't say the wrong one.
Are they gonna let me? Will they let me? Why the orb?
Why the orb?
Yeah.
Because Elmore needs the food.
Sorry, I haven't been. I used to live in Wanderer's Woods.
Huh?
So did
I
everyone else.
Ooh, what?
Wanderer's
Oh,
Woods
you
is
didn't-
empty.
Here?
What? Why?
Because there's no
Oh.
real food there right now. You see,
They were
yeah.
attacked.
Yeah. And also that. Also
Oh, the lure.
yeah.
The lore, yeah.
Yes.
It was it
I
was broken.
I told them that I had ideas about a theory about a way we could generate a practical application for. Well, actually, the blueberry firefly juice is etheric reactive if you invert the ley matrices.
Hold
and
on,
it just
hold
goes
on,
in-
hold on, hold on.
goes
You're
into
starting to say things
babble.
that are confusing Garbage in ways that he did not know. He could be confused.
And
Oh.
at the kind of response to this, like outpouring of babble, Ollie kind of shrinks into themselves.
Oh, it's okay, Ollie. It's okay. It's all right. It's totally all right. Garbage just gets a little overwhelmed when they have too many words. It's totally okay. You are all right. You can. I was very much enjoying your explanation. Why don't you start and just imagine that some of us don't understand 3-syllable words, and we would still like to understand what you're saying. Yes. Does that help?
I wanted to help with the lure.
Uh-huh. Good. Good so far. You're doing great.
People didn't like talking to me.
Okay. Why is that?
But you're
Ask
so
them.
cute.
Well, Ollie, the food though, from the wood. I understand that maybe people didn't listen to you the way that you ought to have been, but doesn't everyone deserve a chance to eat?
Yes. You need the orb?
So that there's enough food for everyone in Elmore.
And the people from the woods are in Elmore now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
they're
took the-
refugees.
How? What is Elmore's policy on visiting artificers?
We don't have one. We can make one.
I think the answer is yes if you can make things like this place.
Yeah, this would be excellent. I could see a use if you would come back with us if you wanted to. And you could stay here. I mean, you have a house; it's beautiful. But if you want to come back with us, I could see a perfect way for you to enhance our shop. We could pay you. Yeah, we could pay you to do some like custom renditions and stuff. Maybe a place better for Garbage to make sure that they are warm in the night. And they are also, as they're talking, looking around. Are any of the baubles and like liquids similar to what's inside of Garbage?
I think that the answer is absolutely yes. And I would love to invite you or someone else to come up with that for us.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass the Garbage. What do we see?
The liquid inside Garbage is sort of Newtonium fluid? No, that's not the phrasing. It's the thing that's not quite solid, but it's not quite
Non-Newtonian.
liquid. Yeah, non-Newtonian.
Yeah,
There you go. We're
non-Newtonian.
using words. Garbage doesn't know what that means, but I do. You see a handful of liquid that looks to go in various states of physical and partially viscous, and then goes straight into a normal liquid. It's kind of in a Schrodinger's state.
Yes. And then kind of Ollie kind of takes the thing, and the pseudo liquid kind of moves in strange ways. This
It's just a lava lamp.
is Ulium. That's my name for it because I made it.
I like
If
it.
Oh,
if by
yeah.
chance I were to put the Ulium all over me, would I become like garbage?
Della, I don't think you want to become like garbage. Not that we don't love garbage. Garbage is unique and
Oh
fantastic.
no, I
But we
get it.
did
I
just all have
smell
Ilium
horrible.
all over us, didn't we?
No, that's waterfall.
Okay.
It's different magic.
Well, that was
I
the
did
banana
keep
magic.
it so that people wouldn't bother me.
So are
Oh.
you saying someone made me?
I mean, if we think about it, someone made everybody. And
That's
depending
true.
on
That is
your
true.
religious beliefs, something or some being made everything and then everybody. If you believe in a demiurge-oriented theology,
Whoa.
shorter words.
Shorter
You're
words. Yeah,
so
you got it.
smart.
You say great instruction. I really like you, Ollie.
You need the orb.
Yes.
Yes.
The people from Wanderer's Woods can't take you.
No.
No.
Only you know.
Okay.
You know what? We didn't really ask. We probably should have asked more people.
I mean, there's a reason they
Oh,
asked us to
yeah.
go,
That's
because
fair,
they
that's fair,
couldn't
that's
go
fair,
themselves.
That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
Any of you read a map?
Yes.
No.
Can you read
Oh.
a graphical map?
Oh,
Topographical.
a what? A topical map?
Topographical. It indicates
No.
relative elevation.
Oh.
Oh, they can make maps that go this way. Are they toll maps?
I can do that, but what's important is that if I can show you on a map where the grove is, will that be enough?
Oh. And we see Zaid kind of like scratch their little chin and kind of like, And I feel like everyone's seen Zaid grapple with the fact that they think that they are a high seas adventurer. And high seas adventurers should be able to do this. They've never lived outside of Elmore. Elmore has one map.
Zaid might be able to, but I know they're used to sea charts, right? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I can
Or
find our way by
Earth.
the stars. Do you have star map?
Weren't we in a cave?
The cave, there are sections of the cave that appear to have a starscape, but it is not. And those of you who can read body language and like facial expressions pretty well can see there are places where Ollie is like basically going through a Rolodex of words,
Mhm.
right? Like, filter down.
Ollie, you're
the
so strong.
complexity. It's different and not actually stars.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
that makes sense. I understand. Well, Ollie, is there any reason why you can't come with us?
I'm afraid.
Oh,
I'm
why
afraid
are you
too,
afraid?
all the time. Yeah.
Monsters.
Oh,
So there
You
are
said-
monsters.
Monsters
Wait,
scared
do
people
you
away.
guys do you have something that is from there? Because I can probably smell it out.
Oh,
garbage.
olfactory
had a really good
navigation.
smell.
Very interesting.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, sometimes when you guys are missing something, I just kind of sniff around and I find it. So if it's, as long as I know what it smells like,
And
You
all
found
those
my lost
going
retainer
around.
really well.
yeah,
And-
it
Ooh,
smells.
Ooh, that's got to have a
horrible.
smell.
but it took a little bit to smell inside your mouth. I had to do it when you were. I mean, I've never done that before.
And I certainly didn't get you with one of my fangs.
Right. And so while Garbage is talking to the others, we get them in the foreground, and in the background, Ollie is basically knocking over piles of stuff, looking for something, and then comes up with a painted metal sign that says, "Who's it's, what's it, thingamabobs, and incredibly complicated devices."
Ah, that looks.
That's a great
looks
sign.
Like a good-
Thank you. I'm very proud of it.
Oh,
This was
I
the
like it.
sign of my business, and it was out front. And so it is going to be the thing I own that will smell the most of the woods.
okay.
Presents
What's
it.
a
in both-
galore?
Maybe I think about it.
So a galore is like a lot of something, right? I think, right?
No big deal.
It tends to be used in an adjectival, not usually adverbial fashion.
It's a descriptor.
Yes.
Mm,
Thank you.
I
You're
like
welcome.
it a galore.
Do you? And you will smell this.
I just
Ollie
need to
says to
smell
Garbage.
it. Once I smell it, then everything just starts to, I don't know, it just feels weird, and I just know where it's at.
Fantastic. So I think this could be just a normal instinct roll, but did you have a feature in mind?
Yeah, I am going to mark a stress, and you see just like Garbage, like before they start like smelling, you'll just see the can just like jumble a whole bunch on the inside, and you'll see pop out like a now nose. I am going to use my beast form, and I'm going to beast form into a household friend, and just use that ability kind of flavored. The can is
Okay.
still closed. Clarify this, which gives me ability to, or gives me advantage on locate rolls, and gives me additional +1 on my instinct.
Okay. What?
So we
what
can't
do
see
the
this?
others? So if the others can't see that change, what does it feel like for Garbage to kind of assume the aspect of this animal?
It's a lot. Garbage doesn't love it, and you do see like sputters of black, I guess ichor that kind of spout out the sides.
Oh,
Before
he's gonna blow.
Okay.
No.
This time, not this time,
No.
not this
Okay.
time. I got this.
He's got it. He's got it. You got it.
It's
You
okay.
got it.
It's okay. It's okay.
And then pop goes the nose.
I'm going to spend a fear and say that while Garbage cannot help it, this ichor is a bit not great in the nose. And so I will ask the three of you to mark a stress each.
That's correct.
Fair.
But Daniel, please proceed.
And yeah, that'll be. Do you want me to make a roll, an instinct roll for that?
Yes, and you can go ahead and take advantage per your beast form. And then if there's an experience you want to apply, you can do that as well. if you want.
I don't have any experiences at this current moment, but with that totaling out brings me to a 16 with fear. Unfortunately.
16 with fear. Okay. So 16 is a success. Daniel,
Mhm.
has Garbage been to the Wandering Woods before and doesn't remember it? Or is that something
I
we
would
don't know
say
yet?
Garbage. Parts of Garbage have been to the Wandering Woods before.
So those parts begin to vibrate within you.
Okay, I got it. I feel like a dog moving right now. I think I know what wagging your tail feels like. I think I got it.
Oh gosh. All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna go after Garbage. Are you sure you don't want to come along? Ollie?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
We will be back.
Ollie,
When
we're done.
come back and see me.
Absolutely, we will.
And pack a bag if you want to come with us to Elmore.
We have an opening in our shop. You could totally put your little thingamabobs on for sale there.
Absolutely, we do.
And I
We
can
have an
make
opening
you
space for
monster
traveling
pies.
investors.
Little fungal fingers begin scheming, and then they start talking to themselves and pacing back and forth, and stop just long enough before you leave to wave a little mushroom cap hand to wave farewell as their very first visitors in their house set off.
Bye, Ollie.
And here we are going to diagonal wipe to the Wandering Woods, as I will take us in our Roll20 to a backdrop. All of the art and battle maps today are from Chepeku, the incredible artists and designers. So thank you to Chepeku for making a policy where folks can use these for streams. I've been a patron of Chepeku for some time, and I really love their art. So shout out again to them. We are now going to move over to the Withered Woods.
Ooh.
So several hours have passed since you left Ollie's house. Garbage, the parts of you that were vibrating keep vibrating, but now you've had enough time to be able to calibrate. So you have a sense of what change means you're closer and what change means you're going the wrong way. So you have a feeling of how and where to go. But now, as you emerge into a massive cavern containing these now withering woods, I'm going to ask that we paint the scene. This is a shared description technique created by Jason Cordova. It is seen in games like The Between and Brindlewood Bay. So if you're excited about that, I stream and talk about it a lot. But honestly, if you Google, quote, paint the scene Cordova, end quote, you'll get the best information about that. What paint the scene means is that I give the group a prompt and we go around in a circle and everybody adds some details to this description that helps us paint the scene, right? We get a better understanding of the situation that we're in, and we try to get towards some idea of like tone or theme, some literary techniques. I was in a past life a novelist. I still write novels. It's just been a little while. And I provided this prompt to folks ahead of time just to make it easy. I'll repeat it now. How can we tell that this is a place of scarcity and desperation in what was known as the Wanderer's Woods? And so you can describe something that's there physically. You can introduce like a minor moment in the story, right? Here we are truly sharing narrative authority. Only if you go way out there am I going to do anything to kind of pull you back in or reframe. So who would like to go first in this paint the scene?
I can go.
Kai, thank you.
Most forests at their bottom level are a factory of decomposition. In any forest, you'll find, leaves that have fallen off the trees, creatures that have been fed upon, and all kinds of life, mycelial and otherwise, bugs, and just the changing of things is a natural part of a forest. You don't see a lot of that here, as the few things that do fall to the ground here are decomposed so rapidly because things are desperate to feed on what falls. So where there should be slowly transforming fallen trees with growths of mushrooms and things like that coming out of them, it is just the ruins of bark and a few scant pieces here and there coming to their very end from trees that fell not long ago. When smaller things in the underbrush pass, they don't last an hour.
Okay.
I want to jump off of that because Dice has been holding the banana peel that was given earlier, and has kind of is tired of holding it at this point. So as she chucks it behind her, this almost instantly you see bugs scrattle up and eat at it, and then it's gone.
Fantastic.
Dice. Do you hear that?
What do I hear?
Nothing. Normally there'd be birds chirping in the trees, but all I hear is like the swaying of the trees. There's like no big animals here. So scary. Garbage. I'm scared.
It's
Daniel.
okay. We're really close, I promise.
Was there anything else you wanted to add, Daniel or Mick?
As I'm jumping up ahead, it's like, okay, just go. Oh no, what is that? And I'll see like this snake, like this basically this viper. And it's like, oh no, everyone step back, it's a snake! And out of nowhere comes this like muscular rabbit, and then like just jumps over, eats, like bites into the snake, and takes off. It's like,
I don't know what's happening here, but the food chain is flip-flopped.
That is kind of flip-flopped. And considering that there's no birds and no wind and giant mega jacked rabbits, would we call that a jackrabbit? I think I'd call that a jackrabbit. Let's keep moving.
Above everyone, you see finally Zaid kind of relax. They were a little out of place in a cave with all of these things, but hearing the fear, there's almost an ease that washes over them, and we see them pull very nimbly and like spin it around their finger a few times, their butcher's knife, and they spread themselves out to look very large among the Can siblings that are not extremely tall. And so they kind of unfold themselves to take up more space in this forest to kind of guard everyone.
Okay. So in this wood where decomposition happens almost all at once because every step and every level of the woods is desperately hungry, where the food chain has been flipped topsy-turvy, where sound is the presence of sound is only in its absence. It is a loud silence. Garbage. Those parts of you keep vibrating. And I'm going to ask you all to make a roll to start navigating through these woods. I've set a countdown at 4. This is a progress countdown. And as you roll and succeed, this countdown will reduce. And when it hits 0, you will have reached the Druid's Grove. For this first one, I'm going to suggest instinct and navigation, but we're going to kind of do this as a montage, right? This represents your overall effort to get to the Grove. And between rolls, I will present some new details and obstacles as needed. So we can start by navigating, or we can do something else. How do you all want to proceed?
Garbage will note kind of ahead.
Like, oh, all right. So there's something in the road that needs to be moved. You can use me as leverage like we do back in the shop if you want, but I need some help with this.
Oh,
And,
I can help.
Yeah, I'll there's just like I'll leave it to you. What is this large piece that is in our way, or really in anyone's way that has been placed or fallen?
I think that there are somehow here a stack of skeletons from a variety of creatures, as if they had been assembled.
It's just not creepy at all. It's just
Oh, you know what, guys? I feel like this reminds me of one of the games. You see how they're like stacked almost like right next to each other? Do you guys remember when that guy came through the town and we learned how to go bowling?
Oh, I had so much fun with that.
Right?
Yeah, it's easy for you to
love
say
that.
you weren't one of the pins.
Well, today, Garbage, you get to be one of the balls. Zay, do you want to go ahead for it? Take Garbage out for
Let's
us,
see if I
Smith?
still got it.
Okay.
I would like to spend a hope to
Mhm.
help as I am a household friend as the beast form, and when I help an ally, they can roll, or I can roll a d8 as the advantage die.
You are literally friend-shaped.
Yeah. Big
Okay.
fan.
So, Kai,
Yes.
what kind of bowler is Zaid? Are you a strength bowler, an agility bowler, a finesse bowler, something else?
I think that this is definitely, it's that same energy of someone going up to throw darts, where it's about thinking about the aerodynamic or kind of lack thereof quality of garbage. And so it's this funny because they're so thin that it's like a weird granny bowl
Okay.
of garbage, but it's like so focused, and they're gonna make sure that garbage's spin is just right.
Okay, and what trait will that be?
I'm gonna pitch an agility roll here.
Fantastic.
A roll, haha.
So, Daniel, go ahead and give me that that help
It's a
die.
6.
Fantastic.
Whoa!
All right, and then
I tuck my legs in.
Add 6 to Zaid's roll here,
Wow. Okay.
and you're
Yeah, I
looking
can't.
for a
I can't
15.
explain my experiences fitting this. Actually, I'm just gonna roll.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
15
15 plus 6.
Woo!
All right, so 21. Fantastic. Go ahead and take your hope back. And on a success with hope, this countdown ticks down twice. So starting with Kai, but then, maybe one little bit from other folks, add details as you like. Tell us what it looks like and kind of what the group experiences as you bowl your way through a strange, it's not like an elephant graveyard, right? It's like somebody has been discarding carcasses here and then they've been picked clean and you have to bowl your way through them.
Immediately, while Zaid was completely with Candace on this bowling, the other side of Zaid that comes to mind as they start doing this is they remember having to knock down their old fences on their farm and then build them again. And so there's something also about the muscle memory of doing something so meaningful at home. So it is both fun and they're with their friends and it's bowling, but it's also work with clear purpose. Fences keep out the creatures that would come and devastate their crops. And so with this very intense accuracy, they gently take garbage, and it's almost loving in that they're about to throw you garbage, but there is kind of a like, okay, we're going to make sure, is this comfortable for you?
Yep.
Your lid's on tight, right? You're
Yep.
going to keep all your stuff in? Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
No promises on that one, though.
That's fair. And there's just like a gentle pat. All right. And with their long legs stretched out even further, they get very low to the ground so that they don't drop garbage in the throw. They just kind of set them on the ground and give him a good push as the garbage can gets like cleanly in the middle.
Strike!
Woo!
Dell is going to use her earth ability to put a patch of sand on the other side of where the bowling is happening to kind of slow the momentum so that garbage doesn't come to quite as abrupt of a stop.
Lovely.
Ooh.
Okay. Any other details we want to add to this bowling sequence? Which is words I was not expecting to say tonight, and that's why role-playing games are wonderful. Okay. If not, then I think it is a perfect time to throw back to Michael for a reminder of our purpose here tonight. And then I think we're going to take a short break so that we can refresh ourselves and be ready for the rest of the adventure. Throwing it over to you, Michael.
Hey everyone, me again. Sorry to take you away from this amazing one shot, but it is important to tell you why we're here. We are here because everyone deserves to have food, and I know I say that a lot, but it's never less true. So because of all of you already, we have already doubled our goal. We're at $1,120 raised, which is 11,200 meals for Feeding America. That is so many
Crazy.
people that are going to be able to eat because of your generosity. So thank you. Please continue giving. I don't know that we can give much more fear and hope to the crew because they were full instantly. So yeah, so I mean, maybe we've spent some. I do see at least maybe we could have some more fear going on. But I'm just so humbled and honored to get to be a part of this because you guys are incredible. So thank you for giving. Yeah, we'll get back to this in a minute. We'll let everybody go stretch and stuff like that. But thank you so much for giving. Don't forget, if you want to win a copy of Daggerheart on Demiplane, that's our current giveaway. We'll draw that after the break, and then we'll open up another giveaway right away. And then we have a physical giveaway that will happen towards the end, which is a pre-order of the next expansion for Daggerheart, Hope and Fear.
Hope and
So
fear.
you will you will be able to get that just for being here and supporting the charity if you win. So welcome and thanks everybody for being here. Hi Talking Crit, it's good to see you. Yeah, we're gonna let everybody take a break. So I'm just gonna put it up to just the Roll20 because I didn't prepare a BRB scene for this. So unless you guys want to see my dogs for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back in just a few, so everybody can take a bio break. So thank you again. Please continue giving if you are able. And yes, Hope and Fear has, what are the four new classes? It's Warlock,
Assassin, Warlock, Witch, and Brawler.
Okay, cool. There you go. So that'll be in the next expansion. So I've already got mine pre-ordered. So I don't need to win, but
Brawler's a little OP, guys. Just
Oh.
Very
in
OP.
case.
It's very
Oh.
OP,
In
and I
case
like it
you
a
guys
lot. I
didn't
like it a
know.
lot.
we
It's
had a
really OP.
Could get
we
nerfed
had a
with those
brawler
things.
in the Winter Wonder Shot that we did that the combat isn't out yet, and it's ridiculous. I literally went, that's how much damage you do?
Yeah, Assassins too, though. Assassins, I had 4 HP
Assassins?
taken down in one hit.
Assassins are bad.
Level 10 warlocks are crazy. I was rolling 16d6 for attacks at one point because anyway. So sorry, we're sidetracked. Everybody, we're gonna go take a bio break. Here, I'll put up my dogs so you guys can see those because they're cute, and this is my normal BRB scene. So yeah, everybody will be back in a moment.
Okay. 5 minutes, right?
5 minutes.
I think so.
Dog. Baby. Okay, I guess I'll actually get up.
Hey Mick, how you doing so far? You feeling good?
Yeah, I feel like I'm not adding much. Like, I just feel like my brain is
stop. You're
not.
doing so
Oh, no.
good.
Oh my god, no. What? Get out of here.
You were so charming together.
Aw, thank you.
I love that.
We're just little guys. We're
Yeah,
little cats.
little
I love it. Being able to riff well is an art form.
Yes.
It is, and I'm still learning like how to think on the fly. I feel like it takes me a little bit sometimes to like think of a cool idea, but I just love like working with you guys because I feel like all of you are like, you're on it.
We're on it. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you become. And you're doing really well. So
You're
like
doing really well.
Y'all
I would say
are
it's a
all doing
muscle that
amazing.
you work it out.
Yeah.
And you're doing very well. And I'm really enjoying Della. Their nervous energy is. I'm
Um,
scared. Yeah, we know.
So
Yeah.
we've got basically this scene, and then I have one more scene prepped. If we get through that, some epilogue was should not be too hard to do. We might get to have y'all chat with Ollie again, right? If somehow we get through it really quick. Before I do so, are folks all right if I start spending some fear in a big way?
Well,
come
spend
on.
all of it, dude.
give it to us.
I've been waiting,
Let's
Mike. I'm
go.
like, hit me with the truck. Let's go. I see how much fear you have.
I have 6 HP right now, and that's not okay.
Come on, we got 6 hope. Let's go.
Yeah, I built a tank. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm
Kick our
gonna-
butts.
I'm gonna try some big bullshit.
I
Please,
want to,
please.
Mike. I want to see you do big bullshit so badly.
Right. I want some big bullshit. I want you to take the sky whale and have it pee on us. Like, can you?
Chaos. Chaos.
Make
Can
it now
you-
part of the adventure.
The sky whale is now. Ugh.
I thought about creating out of earth a whale and showing Garbage how a whale works and how there's water that comes out of the blowhole and how it's not necessarily pee.
We get to come
But
back
I
in 30
really-
seconds.
Thank you,
Yes.
30. Yep.
30.
Yep. Cool. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. Yeah, I need to be attacked by a giant sky whale. Yes.
I need to be attacked by a giant sky whale. My body craves this. Please.
My body craves this.
Just
Start
drop
spending-
a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy whale on us. Contemplate the meaning of life while you fall. Mhm.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, Michael.
long time no
Hello.
see.
I'm
You have
gonna
very
pull
cute
everyone-
dogs.
Very
Hey,
cute.
thank
very
you.
cute.
Those are our babies, and they're not barking mostly during this. Hey, we're back, everyone. Those are our dogs, and you saw on the overlay that you can roll for hope and fear on screen here. So that's kind of a fun little moment that we all got to see. I'm gonna not say anything else, but please give to Feeding America if you can! !charity. I'm gonna hand it back over to everybody and draw the next giveaway. So. Are we going back to roll 20, Mike?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. I have received positive affirmation from the party that they're fine if I get mean. And so I'm going to show off some fear moves.
Let's go. Let's
Our
go.
party was navigating their way through the Withered Woods, formerly known as the Wanderers' Woods, where once there was a community led by druids within the Plover Caves. the ability for them to kind of grow and feed and eat from within the woods, enabled by a magical artifact known as the Orb of Fecundity. And so the party is on a quest to bring back that orb so that the community of Elmore will be able to grow enough food quickly enough to support not just the folks already living in Elmore, but dozens and dozens of refugees from the former community in Wandering Woods who were routed by monsters. And when we last left the group, they had discovered and experienced some of the deprivation and desperation of the Withering Woods, a place where the food chain is flipped upside down, where scavengers act lightning fast, and the normal ecosystem of death and decay, feeding into rebirth, has been cut to the bone and beyond. After the group clears the end of this strange skeletal midden at the edge of the woods, you emerge to kind of like almost like the top of a hill, and the woods get a bit less dense. But as you look out over the woods, trying to figure out where the Druid's Grove might be, a lonely wind begins howling through the cave. And as it comes upon you, I'm going to ask each character to tell us briefly, when did you feel hungriest in your life?
Well, I think Dell probably felt hungriest after the earthquake. In her hometown, they were constantly picked on, and one instance it went a little too far, and they accidentally created an earthquake that may or may not have destroyed a few buildings and maybe hurt a few people, including myself. And
Semantics.
yeah, semantics. But after that, no one really seemed to want to have anything to do with me. And my family that I was living with at the time kicked me out. And Dice was all I had. We had each other, but we didn't have a coin to scrape together between the two of us. And no one really would help us because of fear, and maybe they were worried that I would do it again. So yeah, before we came to Elmore, we were really, really hungry all the time. But now, Zaid always brings us monster meat and different crops from their farm. And they're so yummy.
I think similarly, Dice felt the hungriest. Similar times in line. They were kind of, the two siblings were kind of ostracized from the earthquake. However, Dice was hungrier because her first thought has always been to keep Della okay. So whatever scraps they would get, Dice would be like, oh, here's the half. I ate mine on the way. And would give Della the whole amount. Because I think Dice's main priority was to find food and make sure Della was still somewhat fed.
Every day after trash day, every week, all the trash is gone. It's just every time. I don't like this feeling. It feels like trash day again.
Oh. There was a year where the harvest failed in a lot of other farms. Not even on Zaid's farm. They usually did pretty well. It was when they were young, though, and they learned from their parents something very important, which is that because they had the wheat, it was their responsibility not to keep it for themselves, but to share it with the community. And so they had very little to make sure that the rest of Elmore ate.
Okay. The wind cuts you to the bone. It conjures up these memories. It rips away whatever confidence or certainty or resolve you had. It wants to take all of these things from you and more. And I'm going to spend 5 fear. And I'm going to roll 5d4.
No. Oh, no.
For happy joy unicorns that we find in this wood, right?
Yeah.
The food chain's messed up. Unicorns eat us.
And
We're
I'm
about to
going to take the two highest rolls from this. And that is going to be the total number of stress that you have to mark across the party.
Oh, no. Okay.
So that's 8 stress. That's
Okay.
not 8 stress per character because that's too much, but 8 divvied up between the 4 of you.
Zaid is acting like a guardian. So when the forest takes things, they would volunteer to weather a lot of it. And I can take quite a few.
Yeah, I think Dice is also going to try and take a lot of it, at least 3 of it, since we already had 1.
If we both take 3, that leaves 1 each for the rest of you, if that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
works for me.
Okay. So what can we see, or how do you want to describe how this wind is felt most keenly by Dice and Zaid, and how they are able to protect the others?
I feel like as it's cutting, Dice had a extra couple of layers that they were wearing that they immediately shed and put over Della, and just almost wrap themselves around their sister or their sibling to just keep the thermal heat inside and taking the brunt of the wind.
And I think around everyone, it's not necessarily the wind. They have an exoskeleton, but it's the debris that cuts through and really wears down their resolve. It's like a piece of bark here, a leaf there, but it's cumulative. And as they kind of continue to stay in this kind of unfolded century position around everyone, the amount of times that whipping branches and, just trash, not even the edible kind for garbage, runs into them, it just takes a toll.
Okay.
I imagine you just close Garbage's lid.
Oh, yeah, no. Keep that in there.
And the wind does not relent, but there is a pathway ahead, and you're able to shield Garbage such that their kind of shaking canine parts are able to keep you on track. But there is more woods ahead. And so here I might suggest a strength roll, whether that's a group strength roll or somebody else, right? Does that represent powering through, or do you come up with some way to mitigate the wind as you continue, right? What you do about it is up to you, but the challenge here is not succumbing to this hungry wind.
I think for Dice, they're gonna try and as the winds start coming through, almost seem to hide behind some of the bigger trees and such, so that it blocks some of the onslaught.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they're gonna suggest for the group.
Okay. So is that an instinct roll about being able to
finesse for hiding from the
finesse?
wind?
Sure. Yeah. Right. How precisely can you hide and help the others hide? Your difficulty here is 15.
Can
And-
they use? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to offer, can I help?
Oh, sweet.
Zaid kind of, with their longer limbs, just kind of making sure that people are fitting into the right spots the way that you would expect a farmer who tends animals, livestock, to kind of be like, nope, get further into the pen, get further into the pen.
I like
Okay.
that.
So Kai, if you can give us that assist roll, and then Rowan, you'll get to add that to your action roll.
Sweet.
6. Boom.
Boom.
Sick.
6. I will, just because I have it, also spend the
Really
hope sharp,
solid help rolls.
right?
Yeah.
Also, because I have the hope, I'm going to spend 1 to use sharp as attack, because I think this is similar.
Yeah.
For my experience, and just because we have the help, why not? Or they have the hope, why not? Okay, that is going to be a 17 plus 6, right? 23 plus 2 finesse, 25, and then plus 3, 28 with hope.
28. So normally a roll with hope will reduce a countdown by 2 segments. So this is enough to do it. But a 28 is truly magnificent. And so I'm curious, Rowan, what about this works so well, or what is DICE able to do that makes it work so well for everybody?
I think with Zaid and like Dice like timing everything just so, we are able to pretty much avoid most of the blustery winds because we find little holes within the trees to completely block it, wait for a second, and then slip out and are able to like make a run for it in the times when it's not gusting too hard. So we are able to mostly keep huddled together for warmth, if you will, away from the rest of the cold.
Right. So we get this montage of the group moving through the winds and Dice kind of tucking up against the trees and helping everybody else avoid the wind as much as is possible while the group continues and the hunger gnaws at your stomach or whatever part of you hunger gnaws at. You know, everybody's different. But in time, eventually, you find your way to a beautiful ruined grove with a carved orb floating in the air. But the orb is dark. The runes and etchings that you can see lit by phosphorescent moss across the roof of this cavern. There's something that should glow, could glow, might glow, as the orb is nestled inside a floating crescent of stone, moss already creeping over and beginning to cover the stone, seemingly the only thing that keeps growing in this place. There are kind of stone henges, right? Kind of stacks with pillars atop them in a place that is clearly meant for ritual. And standing here, you could imagine what it would be like to have dozens of people gathered, singing, recounting tales, telling stories of gods and the origin of the world, beseeching nature to share its bounty. But all that you see is emptiness and this creeping moss. How do you think you're going to move a magical floating orb? What's that going to be like? Do you need to do something with the orb? Can you do some kind of ritual? Right here, I'm fine to extend beyond your features. Say you can do this to, okay, but what would you do to transport a magical orb of fecundity, right? And if you're like, well, I would do such and such and such, right? We can do that kind of a thing, right? That might be a progress countdown. It might be a group action. But what do you all think is the approach, or what idea comes to mind as you now see this orb in the flesh? It's stone, but not flesh.
I have an idea, but I'll let everyone else go first because I jump in a lot.
I mean, I was just thinking it looks heavy, and I am an earth elemental sorcerer and could use my earth powers to transport it by making some sort of earth transport.
Like a sledge or something?
Like, yeah. What'd you say, Rowan?
Like some ramps. We're gonna.
Yeah, like a ramp, or even like a simple like wagon with little rock wheels. Something like that.
So what that probably means a spellcast roll for Della. Does that sound right?
It says that they can choose one of the following elements at character creation, which is earth. You can shape this element into harmless effects. Additionally, spend a hope and describe how your control over this element helps an action roll you're about to take.
Okay.
So I think it would be probably one of my traits.
Yeah, right. Because it can help an action, but if it's the primary thing you're doing, I'm going to suggest that I think that this would be a spellcast roll for Della. And if somebody else wanted to help that role, that's certainly an option if we have a thought on how that might go.
Can I also use my experience always underestimated, because they don't help very often, but when they do, they kind of show other people that they're actually pretty smart and have some like good skills that they can use.
Fantastic. Yeah. So spend a hope and you'll get to add that to your role. And who, if anyone, is assisting?
So
go for
go
it.
ahead if you've got something. No, if you've got something. Okay, fine.
Take it.
Zaid is inclined to follow Della in this, not just because they are not a magic user. They're the only magic they understand is put seed in ground. But I think that there's a inkling of magic within them that they kind of forget about sometimes, but being here kind of elicits out of them this idea of song, of community being the thing that can make this thing change. And I think you don't see them very often, but we actually this would be a time for Zaid's wings to kind of just flicker out from underneath their apron, and would actually start to fly to try and guide the rock to do whatever Della is trying to do, but literally wrap their long limbs around the fecunda stone and kind of guide it down.
Okay. So I'm going to set a 6-step countdown to represent the overall process of basically getting your method locked in, right? You're going to get the stone, it's going to start moving, and when you've got all 6 ticks completed, you've got it down so that we can assume that the stone will move with you unless something gets in the way. And your difficulty here is a 15 on the roll.
I got a 1 and a 2. So.
You don't. No, you don't. As we see this Fey ancestry of Zaid kind of come to life, they're not just a mantis. It is much deeper than that. If you would allow, they can bend your luck, and I can spend 3 hope, and you may re-roll.
I see this as Zaid, like, obviously Del really looks up to Zaid, and Zaid just like kind of puts a hand on my shoulder, like, you can do it. And it reinvigorates Del and gives them more control over their magic.
You've got this.
Okay, slightly better. That's an 8 plus 2, so 10 plus what was the helping action? It was at 5?
6.
6.
Okay.
I think that was
Wait,
the,
that was
that
an
the
old
last
one. That was an old one.
Yeah, so let's go to the new help roll.
Let's go. We're just gonna burn through that hope. That's
Burn
important.
it.
Keep the hope
2.
coming. I'm gonna make him use it.
Make us use it.
Okay. Ooh. Sorry. Yeah.
So that gives us
2
a
hope
total-
and 2 help.
Nice.
so that's a total of 12.
Yes.
Okay, so 12 is not sufficient. The method is sound. And Zaid's magic kind of helps create like an alignment, right? Like if you take a bunch of paper and you kind of tap it on a table, right? It starts to sort itself, right? There is something in fairy magic that kind of resonates with the way of the world. But that settling down process is interrupted by another
No!
Is that Wallace again?
Yeah, I think that might potentially be the whale. Oh no.
And
Ugh.
a great shadow passes over the group.
Oh, there's a battle map.
Oh no.
So first, let's get everybody onto this map.
The hardest part about a GM is I've used this battle map before.
Oh no.
The scale is a little off, so I'm gonna make the characters a bit smaller so that I can keep this the way that it's supposed to be. Kai and Daniel, are you able to tell which of the kind of shadowy figure tokens is
I was
which?
trying to see if I could just change mine real quick.
I'm going to add nameplates, but first, we also want to make sure that y'all can each control your tokens.
I don't see my token.
Should be toward the bottom of the map. They're all in the GM layer. That's the thing that's happening.
Okay.
Okay.
There we are. Yay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And let's see. I'm just going to add nameplates for everybody to make it easier. And let everybody see all of these things. But the shadow, when it resolves, is not the shadow of a whale. The thing that alights on one of the kind of stone hinges behind the orb of fecundity is a thorny spined dragon with tattered wings. The art here is from a stock art collection by Tanya Herrero. And this is a version of an adversary in a book that I'm putting out tomorrow. So you get a little bit of a preview here.
Yay.
Yeah.
The dragon kind of lands on the stone and there is a shudder. And Della, this kind of knocks you out of your concentration, and the earthen sled kind of dissolves for now. And the dragon kind of leans forward, hunched forward. Don't you take it. This is mine. My way to eat. I've eaten everything here. I can't stop eating. So I will eat you. And then I'm going to get this thing. And it kind of scratches at the stone that it's standing on to work and grow me more food so that I can keep eating. And then it jumps forward, and I'm going to spend some fear.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go.
So I'm going to spend, move my things here. I'm going to mark a stress and draw a line as this dragon does a flyby attack.
Oh, no.
So they're going to come straight through and hit, I think the silhouette is big enough to hit Zaid, Dell, and Dice.
Uh-oh.
And as it kind of flies over, it comes right above you and then spins as if to like try to Cuisinart all of you with these gashing thorns.
No!
And I'm going to make one attack against everybody. And let's go ahead and spend a fear to give the dragon advantage on that attack.
Let's go.
So I'm going to keep the higher roll. So that's a 21 against evasion,
Oh,
which should hit
no.
everybody.
That doesn't hit. What are you talking
Before I forget, this adversary has momentum, so I gain a fear on a successful attack. We're going to need everybody to mark an armor slot that will not give you a benefit against this attack, as the shredding spines of this dragon tear into your protections.
Oh, fudge.
That's going to be 24 physical, and you're each going to become vulnerable until your next roll with hope.
Okay.
Ow.
As I spend
I will
another fear.
spend an armor slot to knock that down.
All right. Ouch.
I will also spend an additional armor slot to knock it down to 2 HP.
Yeah.
You'll.
And
Easier. I'm going to move everybody up a little bit. Do we have any other armor damage mitigation or other things going on? Okay. So the dragon does this kind of shredding, spinning flyby, and then when it's complete, kind of throws the wings out, which stops it, and it kind of turns around and then kind of looms above you and starts laughing. Did you like my whale voice?
Yeah, it was like super scary. That was great acting on your part. In fact,
And I'm going to spend another fear to activate an environment feature where, that's 2 fear.
you can spend those.
This
That's
dragon's miasma of despair. And until the end of this scene, the PC's hope dice will be reduced to D10s.
fuck. Yeah. Okay, cool.
We are raising funds for Feeding America. We have another hope for everybody in the party, so you can go ahead and add that. You may need them for some cool things.
By may, you mean do.
Reduces
We do
our
need-
hope
we
to a
do.
D10.
We
May
do.
need them.
You may
Yes.
need them.
But that is the end of my spotlight. So the dragon is gloating above you, having just kind of done a shredding flyby, but there is an opportunity for you all to respond. Where do we see the spotlight move?
Zaid is ready for this. The choking kind of seriousness that many people take them in Elmore of this strange swashbuckling mantis. We see why they are the way they are. As that butcher's blade spins around their finger and their wings shoot out sharply, they're no longer moving fluidly and jovially with everyone. They're now very serious. This is someone who will defend their farm and Elmore. And so as they spin this blade around, you see just small motes of lights kind of follow around them as they call upon the stories that inspire them. And these blue motes of light kind of give them almost stage lighting as they look up to this dragon and they smile. And I would like to use that as my battle ritual for the Call of the Brave. And regain two stress and 2 hope. Yeah.
Very cool.
And with that, fly straight up at this dragon.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily move close enough to strike with a melee weapon if that's what you've got.
That is the goal.
All right.
And
could I help by pushing you up with earth? Like have the earth beneath your feet kind of shoot you, like project you.
Sick.
Yeah, like a trampoline or like a stage launch for choreography. Fantastic.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Mick, go ahead and give me that D6 help roll.
Let me do that. D6.
I'm just gonna grab.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's 3.
It's a 3. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna manually roll the hope and fear dice because of the change.
Yep.
So this is gonna be my fear roll. And as I swing, also I am going to activate No Mercy and spend 3 hope, so that I get a +1 on all of my attack rolls until my next rest, because warriors are fun. So we're gonna start with fear. All right, that's a 10 and a 9, so that's a 19 plus my weapon is the butcher's knife, the cleaver, and that's a +4, so that's 20 23 plus 3 from the help action.
Yeah.
+1.
That is a telling blow. Why don't you give us a damage roll, and then I'll let you know how big of a hit it is, and we can turn that into a description.
Cool. And then I reroll 1s and 2s, so let's go.
Oh,
I don't need to worry
roll.
about that. 13.
All right. So this is a major blow as Zaid flies up and hits the dragon. If you want to kind of give any color or description to that, Kai, before we move on.
I think we see just a moment of the thought inside of Zaid's head as they bring that cleaver up, swinging for this hungry creature. We see fields of golden wheat. Of why this matters, because that field is the lifeblood of Elmore, and striking down this dragon means not feeding this wheat to the dragon.
And the kind of in a TV or film version of this, things go slow-mo and the droplets of blood, kind of ichorous, ill blood, fly. And as the camera turns, we get the spine-crested head of the dragon looking down at Zaid, shadows passing from the spines like the rows and rows and rows of grain across the field as it dives down at Zaid. Which we'll do after we get a quick reminder and a bumper for our
cliffhanger
fundraiser. It's the cliffhanger. It's the cliffhanger I had. You go to the game with the cliffhangers you have. All right, so throwing back to Michael real quick.
Hey everybody, I'm just gonna take a while and talk because I'm sure that people aren't really super eager to see what happens. No, just kidding. I'm gonna do this really quick. We are raising money to support Feeding America. Every dollar is 10 meals for someone who needs it. Please, if you have not yet given, or if you could give more, it would be amazing if you did. I did get some confirmation from the party that schedule's dependent. If we could see something crazy, like maybe 400% of our initial goal, we do our best to get this party back together for something else, a sequel, a prequel. I don't know what it would be. That hasn't been determined yet, but the party is really, in my opinion, gelling well. So I'd love to see more of what they do. So please give !charity. It all goes straight to food for people through Feeding America. And don't forget, there's giveaways. We're about to draw the Demiplane one, and then after that, we will be doing a Heart of Daggers provided giveaway for a pre-order of the next expansion, physical edition, Hope and Fear. So I'm going to throw it back to this tense moment. Please give if you're able. And honestly, it seems like with a dragon, the party probably could use some hope.
Okay. So we come back in as the dragon dives, claws and spines bristling to try to rend, fold, splinter, mutilate, crush, pulp, and so on and so forth. Our dear fairy
Buy it, use it, break it,
swashbuckler. And we're going to just make our normal attack at +3 here. This is claws and tail. That's a 20 against evasion, which
Oh yeah, that'll work.
momentum gives me a fear. And then because you rolled with fear and have not yet rolled with hope since the miasma took effect, I'm going to spend another 2 fear to use a merciless gouge. The action is make an attack against a vulnerable target within very close. Twice per scene on a success, spend 2 fear to force the target to mark 3 hit points. This is not damage. This is just mark hit points. And so you cannot use armor.
Okay, Mr.
Cool.
Dragon, I don't know what we thought we were doing, but maybe we bit a lot more off than we can chew.
And then, because this enemy is relentless, I'm going to mark a stress. And the dragon hits the ground and spins, lashing out at everybody within very close range with its barbed tail. So that is...
Everybody.
It looks like... Yeah, I can probably get... let's get right up in there and call that everybody.
Okay. Hold on.
So we're going to make... I would ask everybody to make a agility reaction roll. You're looking for a 15.
What? It's a D10, that's right. Never mind.
18.
18 as well. 18
Wait,
as
what
well.
happened here? I don't know what this roll was. Ignore.
18.
Oh, so bad.
Has everybody rolled?
Yes.
It was an agility reaction roll.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love when I roll a 7 total.
Oof.
Hold
So-
on. No.
Everybody that failed is going to mark 14 physical.
Zaid goes down.
Okay. So when you have to make a death move, you have 3 options. You can live to fight another day and suffer the consequences, where you are out for the scene or until you're healed. I think it's until the rest or until you're healed. But the GM gets to make what I think of as a pretty hard move, right? It says work with the GM to figure out how the situation gets much worse. There is Blaze of Glory, where you get to make an automatic critical success, but then your character passes beyond the veil of death. Or you can risk it all, where you roll your hope and fear
smiling
die.
at the blaze of glory. Stop it.
Don't do it. We need you.
You roll hope and fear, and then if hope wins, you get to clear some HP and stress. If fear wins, the character just passes on. And if you get a crit,
laughing.
you clear everything, and it's super
Guys,
I need to
amazing.
stand up.
Kai's like, let's
So,
do it. Let's do it.
Understanding
I
that
laughed
we might
because the
revisit
last time I did
characters,
this.
but people love the drama. What move will you like to take?
Listen, this is a charity one-shot, and I'm going to embrace my inner storyteller goblin again, because the last time I played Daggerheart as a player, I did the same thing in the same situation, and I don't see why I should change my behavior now. I'm going to risk it all.
Risk it all. Risk it all.
I feel
For
like
the
that's.
drama.
I feel like risk it all.
It is.
I
it is
know.
the most nerve-wracking.
So it's just a straight roll of the duality dice.
And there's
let
no
me
way
check
for us to
something really
help.
quick, because I think risk it all might be a little bit nastier, because your hope die is currently a D10.
Yes, I know.
Yes, it is roll your duality dice. So that is going to be a D10 and a D12.
All right, so here's the D10. Everyone, just think good thoughts for me. Think good thoughts for me, because the last time I did this, it went bad. I didn't learn my lesson then.
Kai, what the?
7.
Okay. That is with fear.
All right. So, because this is a charity one-shot, and because this gives me an opportunity to shake the can, if we get $50 in donations before we finish the next person's roll, I will let Kai turn that into a blaze of glory.
$50, please.
Let's
So-
go.
Gosh.
The three of you see Zaid, who just got stomped upon, and then before any of you could even track it, this barbed, gouging, gashing tail whips across all of you, and you see Zaid knocked back and hit one of those stones, and there is a sickening crunch as a huge piece of their carapace cracks. This dragon is going to kill all of you. You are here for an orb, not for a fight. Zaid is not getting up. Not yet.
I don't know.
In this time, when you have no way of knowing whether Zaid is still in the fight, it's time for somebody to step up. So I see we have the donations, but before we return to Zaid, I'd love to get one of the others in spotlight.
You will see Garbage panic. And it's just starts freaking out. And then the can bursts out. I'm gonna use Unleashed Chaos in that. And it just explodes everything towards the dragon is my intent and goal. Hopefully I can do this. With that being said, I want to use an experience called Taking Out the Me, which allows me, instead of taking out the trash, to
Daniel, that's so great.
with that, we'll see what we get. I have a +6 on this roll.
Okay.
I'm certain that a 24 with hope
Yes!
will work.
Let's
Yes! Garbage!
24 with hope. Your hope die will reset to a D12
Oh, thank goodness.
because of that success. I'll be nice here. Go ahead and give me that beautiful unleash chaos, unleash
That's 2
chaos
9s
damage.
plus. That brings me to 19 points of magical damage
19. Very good.
as everything explodes. And I want to add that it explodes literally everywhere. Can I, for whatever reason, get a bunch of Ichor on Zaid?
Yeah, I think I think I get what you're putting down. Yeah, right. So the ichor goes everywhere, but Garbage's ire and the power of this explosion is focused on the dragon. And is this attack mostly ichor, or is it?
It is
variety of-
everything. All you hear is the explosion and then the sound of the garbage can falling and the metal hitting the ground.
So if I can build on your description, and please let me know if you want to go a different direction. Right, this power and all of the contents explode out, and they splash on, cover, claw at the dragon. Right, the dragon is covered, and then power is and something is sucked back toward Garbage, and it tears and pulls and rips at the scales and the armor of this dragon, exposing kind of seeping flesh as you realize that maybe you can win this fight after all.
Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark a stress, and as I coalesce back to myself, the can is still empty. All you see is this like ichorous, like panther-like being, and as you just hear Garbage.
No, you will not do that to your friends.
Oh my god, Garbage!
The can continues to roll away.
Okay.
Ah!
So I want to get quick reactions, but maybe not rolls yet, from Dice and Della to share the spotlight a bit, right? Zaid just went down hard. Garbage just unleashed something? Question mark?
I unleashed Garbage.
Words fail me, but
Unleashed
it was wonderful.
Garbage. Yes.
What are Dice and Della feeling right now, and what do you want to try to do?
Dice, did you know that Garbage could do that?
No, Della. I did not know that happened. I think Dice is in their mind like, Zaid went down, Garbage is freaking out. They're not sure if anybody's gonna make it out. So I think her like idea is that she's gonna try and draw at least the dragon away from Della. And so she goes, "Hey, dragon! Hey, I am. So we could just talk here. Hey, you're looking for food? We need help with this thing. Why don't and just follow me here? Like, why don't?" And there, as she's doing this, she's backing up towards the orb, and she goes like, "Hey, like, why don't we just like make a deal here? We're from a town. If you can help us, we can maybe help each other. We can make sure that you get fed, and we can fix this orb, and then we can maybe help you out here, and you don't have to kill us all. How about that? How's that work? Hey, please."
Right. And as you do this, the dragon, injured, is biting at you and clawing at you and says, "So hungry," right? And kind of tries to bite down at your feet, bites and like tears up some of the ground and crushes and crunches rocks in its mouth as it is ravenous and does not heed your words.
I feel like Della's like tapping, or Dice is like tapping herself and is like, food, 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 food.
Minor illusion.
Fantastic. I'm going to need either a spellcast roll or maybe a presence roll. Spellcast would be if it's the illusion is doing the trickery. Presence if you are then trying to also sell it, or maybe there's another approach if you want to take it.
What do you think, Rowan?
Maybe like if we can like toss it, like, hey, I've got something, and we have like we toss it away just enough for the dragon to go slightly behind, and then I'll get behind the dragon and we can stab it almost like a tag team.
Okay. Yeah.
Certainly. I'm very happy to do that, right? So if it's a tag team and you want to do damage, you could each make an attack. If you want to advance your progress countdown to kind of get yourselves along the way of extracting the orb, we might think about it another way.
Mm-hmm.
You could still do a tag team because you would take the better result and we would apply it to that countdown.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're focused on attacking the dragon, we can do damage that way, right? I want to kind of keep our options open, but I do like the idea of getting a roll for the two of them, and then we'll come back around to Zaid.
Yeah, because I think if there is like a jerky or like some dried fruit or something, just to like a Snickers bar, something to make this dragon like talk to us. Or like calm down long enough that we can.
Giant Snickers bar for sure.
Giant Snickers bar.
Yeah, and so this could be a tag team presence roll.
Okay.
And I would accept spellcast from Della.
Okay.
And if you want to then do presence for Dice.
So I had already rolled. I hadn't added my instinct modifier yet. So that's a 7 plus 2 is 9. I'm wondering if I can utilize one of my experiences here because I have to meet a spellcast roll of 10 in order for the minor illusion to succeed.
Yeah.
What about Hands of an Artist? And I make this the most immaculate looking Snickers bar, like the detail, the nuts, the like slightly melted chocolate on the sides.
It smells like there's like a faint smell.
I love that. Normally we add experiences before the roll, but in the faith of doing a charity game, it's all good. Go ahead and spend the hope, and we'll let this roll through. A 10 is not going to work. An 11 is not going to work against the dragons, so we're going to need Dice's roll to be a bit better.
All right.
But we'll let the illusion works because I don't want to cut you out of this entirely.
Okay. So Dice is trying to use like it's just business. We're talking business at this point. So I'm going to spend my hope to use it's just business. That's a fucking crit, baby.
Nice.
Crit?
Nice.
Yes.
7!
That's the second crit of the session. Oh my gosh.
So you've got to have some food on you, right? You're making an expedition. So you toss that food. The dragon almost takes your hand off. They bite so quickly at the food. But something about your promise gets past this magically overwhelming hunger to this dragon who has not been able to make the orb work for them and is one of the only creatures you've encountered in this withering wood. And seeing it up close, you realize that it is kind of scrawny for a dragon. Like it too is malnourished. What is it that Dice says that you think gets through to the dragon for a moment?
Oh, you must be so cold and so hungry, and you just need a community. Like, you've been doing all of this stuff by yourself. You've eaten all of the things. Come back with us. Let's have a feast. If we can all make this food go together, we're gonna make the biggest feast, one fit for a dragon, and we can help you out a little bit. I'll make my favorite. I promise you. I can make I can make some real good meat for you, and we'll make you up a new sweater so that you can be all warm, and the cold won't hurt you at all. And if you want a hat, like if you want a really cool hat, we could do that too. And please just if you can help us get this sphere out, then we'll make sure you get fed, okay?
This should work.
But
You're arguing well. You've given some food, but it is just an illusion right there by Della. And this dragon is not just hungry for their own sake. Something about the magic of the lure or the magic of this place has driven this dragon past the point of being able to listen to reason. And so while you can, right, Dice, you know when you've made a sale, right? You know when you can stop talking because they're going to buy it.
yeah.
You reach that point, you see the dragon's body language relax, and then there's like a rumbling from within the dragon, and it howls, not in anger or in rage, but in hunger. Why? Right? It is spasming with need and with sadness. And it kind of scratches its claws against the stone as if it is fighting against its own impulses, and knocks over one of these stone formations. Why? And just begins wrecking this grove as it is fighting against this curse, this hungry wind that has consumed it.
Can I say something to Zaid?
Yeah.
Zaid, you better get the fecundity up, or we will not be friends anymore.
But while this dragon is not going to take your offer, they are incredibly distracted and off their game. And there is a moment to do something truly desperate. As our attention turns to that blood-marked stone that Zaid was knocked against, what do we see?
Most bug-like creatures with exoskeletons, you're not supposed to see what's underneath the exoskeleton. It is a part of their body. And we see cracks, but where there ought to be more viscera. We see sparks, light, as what's underneath the exoskeleton of a fairy. Yeah, sure, there's working organs and things like that, but the thing that makes truly special Fae is that they are also just made of magic. And so Zaid, we just see motes of light spilling out, floating up as they are dying. But they are seeing in their eyes hope that this will work, as whatever garbage just spewed kind of soaks across them, and I think even stops some of the light from escaping.
Zaid, as a fairy, you know what the magic within you feels like. You know what you have to do to bend fate, to tip the scales so that a seed that should not bear fruit, should not grow, should have been something you've already given up on, has maybe just another chance to sprout, that maybe there's hope for another day. And you know at your very center that you have the power to do one more thing with the perfection of magic.
The light begins to turn from blue to that vibrant wheat gold. Zaid came here for one real purpose. Like, they would hang out with the Can siblings anytime. In fact, I think that they've probably overstayed sometimes when they should have been out in the fields with the Can siblings, laughing and enjoying their company, but their heart has always been in the fields of Elmore. And they came here because Elmore needed those fields to grow. Their other siblings can also tend the farm. The door will always be open to the Can siblings. But the thing that we came here for, the orb. Their eyes turn to that and they see rolling fields doubled in size, not needing to take more from the forest or the earth. And all of those lights begin to glow this filling gold. And they put all of their will and their spirit towards lighting the stone.
Hell yeah. So normally, when you get a critical success on a progress countdown, it will reduce that countdown by 3. So I'll go ahead and do that. But the core book also invites us as GMs to let a blaze of glory be really big. And sometimes that means you take a heavier swing. And so what I want to ask is for each of the other players to tell us about what your character feels when they see Zaid's life force filling this orb. And what I'm going for here is that if you share some of each of these characters' love for Elmore, for each other, or something like that, we will let each of the 3 of you fill your stress bar and add another tick to this countdown to fully activate the orb. Fully activated, it will move with you, and who knows what else might happen. So within that framework, if y'all are good to go with it, as we get toward the end here, where does our spotlight go first in response to Zaid's sacrifice?
I think Dell is simultaneously heartbroken, utterly heartbroken, and so proud. Zaid, everything that they've lived for up to this moment was to be an adventurer. And in this moment, they have finally fulfilled that dream. And you just see Dell, tears streaming down their face as the light from Zaid just like fully covers Dell. And they're just so proud.
And that light reflected off of Dell then returns to the orb, and more runes, more fullers fill with light. Who's next?
I don't know yet.
I think Dice walks up next to Dell and hand in hand will like grab them together. And because they would whistle and sing when they when they stitch, I think she will like start to compose a song about Zaid, in which Zaid is an adventurer that gave their life for the town, and we'll hum it along with a tune that they would often work with. It's not very good. They're not very good at it, but they do hum it as like little tears form on their little cheeks.
The first time Zaid and Garbage met, Zaid feared Garbage. As the local stories told, inanimate objects moving are simply there to steal children at night. Zaid has always been skeptical of Garbage. And I think in these moments, the Ichor that is still on the carapace will kind of latch onto your light that is currently moving towards the dragon, and will kind of very quickly almost web up to it and encase yourself again with that armored carapace to beef up the hit. And you'll just hear Garbage say,
I told you I'd never hurt you.
Now let's fecundity this spin up!
And that echoes throughout the grove, and the orb's light hits its maximum and flashes.
And we hear
Go ahead.
from nowhere, from the light, Zaid, who is no longer the light in their carapace, but the light in the stone. Grow tall.
The orb pulses with those words, and that hunger that had been clawing at your stomach, that had been ripping at your will, feels so far away now. There is peace, and the dragon kind of looks at the orb and is transfixed. And as the light stabilizes, the dragon collapses kind of on its side. And breathes heavy, pained. Mama never taught me how to use magic, right? They kicked me out before I learned. You're a runt. You're never gonna hunt. You won't be able to eat enough to grow big and strong. And when I came here, I thought I could hunt and grow big and strong. And so I ate, and it was never enough, and I didn't get bigger, and I was always hungry. And now I'm not. You don't owe me anything. I took your friend. That's me. I did that. Hunger or not. I won't bother your town. But when you take this orb, that hunger's gonna come back. So I can't promise what I would or won't do if it gets me again.
I think Dice is like releases Dell's hand and kind of scrabbles up towards the dragon and goes, I didn't say that. I mean, yes, Zaid is gone now, but they died for all of us to have food, and that includes you. It would be a waste of their life if you were hungry again. Come back with us. Don't eat everything, but let's have a feast. let's show you what it could be like with all of us together.
You get monsters out there too, right?
Oh yeah. In
That
fact,
include-
you can
Monster foot.
absolutely take like some of the monsters that would be worrying and hurting our town and maybe like eat some of them. That would be super helpful. In fact, you could eat as many as you want. That'd be great.
I can make you some monster pastries.
Makagel, protector of the squishy ones.
Yeah, I love that. And if you want, we can make you a really cool outfit that'll like really show off like your cool scales and stuff.
Flames.
There could be
Oh.
flames. Oh, and a giant like letter. Oh yes, I can see it now.
I want to we're going to fade out, right? The audio kind of peters out as Dice is excitedly talking. And we return to Elmore as the sun rises. And I'd love to get just like a 30 to 60 minute moment of epilogue for each of the three of you. And then I'll give Kai a chance to add a beat as well before I take us out.
I can go first. I just imagine that Garbage is sitting in the shop with Ollie. Ollie is fixing the can while Garbage is sitting in a Iker form on the chair next to Ollie.
And all I'm saying is I just don't understand. The dragon literally killed Zane. And it almost killed me. Like, I felt like my body was about to be gone. And then we just let him come into our town. I just don't understand it. This doesn't make sense to me. But I got outvoted. And technically, Dice and Dell are how I get to live indoors. You know what I mean, Ollie? Have you ever been in a situation like that?
No, but it is a very fascinating situation. Is there such a thing as an unforgivable action? Or is that for others to decide and not for us to say for ourselves?
I mean, I'm kind of with you. I was ready. I transformed for the first time. Like, I was ready. Like, I
Right,
thought
and
I could.
If it's okay, Daniel, we'll go from that moment to the next.
I think you see Dell and Dice inspecting the hat that Kai was wearing. And Dell is making some little adjustments, some little mending of where it got scratched by the dragon, fixing the little feather that hangs off to the side. As they together place it in the window of their shop, and they put a sign that says "Hero to all of Elmore." And they take a quiet moment to just look at the hat and think about their friend Zaid.
And the camera moves. Go ahead, Rowan.
I think you see Dice hauling a giant like package on their back out through the fields past the village as they take and go, here's your delivery. And they put out a giant thing of clothes for the dragon.
Right, and Makagel, which is the name of the dragon, kind of gingerly picks up a big, like frilled kind of tutu type looking thing. It says, I like this, but can it be sparklier?
Absolutely. We can absolutely make it sparklier. We could do that. I will take that back and we'll be back in another day or two.
And there's a big toothy grin that should be scary, but they're trying. And then take it away, Kai.
Elmore was a town lit by lanterns, by regular lights. But not anymore. Elmore is a town lit by fairy lights, golden and bright throughout the city, and weirdly hanging over the fields even at night.
I just got goosebumps.
In the years to come, some would call those Zaid's lights. But that is going to have to be the end of our one-shot adventure to raise funds for Feeding America. I want to give a huge round of applause to my amazing players for locking in on the vibe immediately and running with it and doing an amazing job. So thank you all to Kai, Mick, Rowan, and Daniel. And let's get some shout outs for them in the chat. Please go and check out their respective shows and the other things that they do and support their work if you can. See all the cool stuff that they do in Daggerheart spaces and beyond. I have been your GM, Mike Underwood. You can find me on various places on the internet. I'll put it in chat. And now we'll throw back to Michael. And I know that Kai has a heart out, so if you need to drop out, thank you very much. So thanks everybody for your support for the charity and for hanging out with us. And now I'll toss back to Michael, our host.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for joining us. Before everyone goes, we got a couple things we got to do. We are at $1,300 raised,
You guys are
which
great.
means we are $200 away from tripling the goal we set out for today. That's insane. So thank you for that. Just remember, every dollar is $10 or 10. No, let me try that again. Every dollar is 10 meals through Feeding America. So if you would consider donating, we can actually leave the giveaway open a little bit longer. The link won't change. So if you were thinking about giving, please do. Second of all, I'm gonna go through and grab links to everybody's stuff because I have them in my chat bot. I just don't have a command set up. But what I would like, if everybody's willing, is kind of go through the players and do a outroduction, which is a phrase that Kai taught me. Kai, full disclosure, Kai has taught me so many things in the process of doing this. So a lot of what you see was coordinated by Kai's expertise. So
He kills it.
all right. Let's go alphabetically because that's how everybody is on the overlay, I guess. And then if Kai needs to dip for the heart out too, that's also well.
Appreciate y'all. Hi everyone, I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns. You can find me all over the internet as Estella Vim Ladris, where I do a lot of this, including making people cry, which is actually my specialty. You can find me most Saturdays and all through the backlog of Transplanted RPG and the Chaos Protocol, which is an all-transgender, people of color-led dark fantasy actual play series set in a non-colonial, anti-Orientalist multiverse, where I play a sad cowboy. It's like my whole thing. And I am also a GM. I run a lot of Daggerheart offline. It's always a joy to play. So thank you so much for having me and for setting this all up. My heart is completely full. And yeah, you can find me in 2 hours over on Happy Jacks RPG for Apostates of Dune. And with that, I'm going to bounce it over to Daniel.
My name is Daniel, otherwise known as Rice Combo Online. I am the GM owner of Bladebound, and we do a bunch of nerdy stuff. Our most popular thing is probably our Sage Talk podcast, where we just talk about Daggerheart. In addition, we do have a series coming out called The Gauntlet, where we take every single campaign frame and do a one-shot with in that frame. And in fact, Rowan and the Dodoborne cast are going to be guests in the Beast Feast. So literally the same campaign frame, but in a different little setting. But yeah, you can find me at Bladebound on most of your social media. But our YouTube, because someone got to the name first, is Bladebound Saga. So yeah, that's us.
Is it me next?
Mhm.
My name is Mick, and I am from the Naturolls podcast, which is a Daggerheart actual play podcast. And we release on Mondays, every other Monday. So please go check it out. We have a really awesome cast of characters and a really drama-driven story. And yeah, not sure I have much more.
And I'm Rowan Collins. I am from Dodoborne. I play Pistachio Drupe on there. Dodoborne is an improvised comedy cast where four friends dive into Daggerheart. the role-playing game from Darrington Press. So you can see us there anywhere that you get podcasts, as well as Dodoborne.com. In fact, we also have a pretty thriving Discord, which thanks everybody who is coming. I saw a bunch of you on here. So yeah, check us out there.
Mike, would you like to add anything else? I know you kind of did your introduction a bit, but if you would like to make it official.
Yeah, I'm Mike Underwood. I use they and he pronouns. I've been the GM for this one shot. I want to say thank you to Michael and to everybody at the Naturolls who helped make this happen and handle the logistics so that we could be here. You can find me at Mike Underwood at mikeunderwood.bsky.social. My videos about Daggerheart and like homebrew and fun things at YouTube at Mike Underwood, and then my Patreon is patreon.com/Michael R. Underwood. I am releasing a book of adversaries tomorrow that you can get and add to your Daggerheart game. I didn't even plan it that way.
Bye.
It just lined up. So that's me.
Where you can get the dragon that kicked our butts.
And where's tutus?
And where's Tutu?
And now where's tutus?
And we're gonna go get that dragon's mom.
Where are you going to be releasing that? Is that on Patreon or is
It'll
it
be
on?
Itch,
Okay.
Heart of Daggers, and Drive Through RPG.
Okay, I was hoping you would say Heart of Daggers because we still have a giveaway. Look at that. What a clever host. What a clever host. By the way, I'm Michael. I've been popping in and out. If you happen to want to find me, this is where I spend about 8 hours a day. I am a Twitch streamer. That's my job. So this is my channel. I play a lot of video games because asking people to play Daggerheart in the middle of the workday is tough because not a lot of people's workdays involve just playing games. So anyways, we've done a few things on my stream where we improvise a one shot with just people from chat. So we've done stuff like that. I'm also on the Naturolls. That's my show. So would love it if you checked us out. But I think what everybody might be waiting around for is this giveaway that we have. This is provided by Heart of Daggers. If you haven't checked out heartofdaggers.com, it is just a great place for Daggerheart homebrew. And they reached out and were like, hey, what if you gave away a copy of the physical edition? This is a pre-order because it's not out yet, of the next expansion for Daggerheart, Hope and Fear. Is everybody drum rolling? Okay.
Yeah.
We have that. I will give you like 1 minute to enter! Daggerheart.
A long drum roll.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. You guys didn't.
He
Tell
committed.
me. You guys didn't tell me. Here we are.
Once I commit to a bit, it doesn't stop.
Fire
Yes.
rule. Take breaks in turns.
Yes. We need somebody on the cymbals. Maybe the crash. We need a hi-hat situation.
Look at the
There we
cowbell.
go.
Bing, bing, bing.
I have the kick.
I was probably
I got the
watching
kick,
like
everyone.
you can't. You
I just
can't.
Quick rule about this: if you are not in a region that Critical Role the company ships to, they can't send it to
Poor
you.
cowboy.
So if you happen to live in a region that Critical Role doesn't ship to, I don't know what to tell you. But everybody, quick enter. The entries are flying in right now. And just a reminder, please continue to consider giving to Feeding America because everyone deserves to have food. Figure to bring that up while I give everybody like stress injuries from what they're doing. Okay, all right. Are we ready? We're going to draw the giveaway. There are 21 entries, which means you have a chance to win if you have entered. Here we go. The winner is Emma from Talking Crit!
Let's go.
Let's go, Emma!
Congratulations, Emma. Emma, if you can either DM me, I'll get your name down, but I'll just need to be able to DM you. I'm in the Talking Crit Discord, so I think I can just DM you there.
Yes.
But yes, thank you. I just wanted to say, wow. Okay, sorry. Copy and paste just went crazy. I just want to say thank you so much. My initial thought was we were going to set our goal at 250, and Mike was like, "Why don't we try 500?" and then we got 500 done in the first.
Before
what
we
was it,
started.
10
Before we
Yeah.
started.
before we started playing. So
Y'all are unreal.
the Daggerheart community is
awesome.
incredible. I think it's okay to speak for everyone here when I say that it's very very nice to be a part of this community.
Ooh, 100%.
Everybody, it's such a warm and welcoming community, and people really help each other and help other people. So I'm gonna let this cast go. I'm gonna let Mike go. Thank you to everybody for hopping on this ambitious idea that we had to raise money, and I appreciate you all. VOD wise, I recorded it, so I hope we'll see if the recording works. And yeah, if not, it's on.
There
if
will
not
be
the
a VOD.
Right, there will be a VOD. The quality will be to be determined. So,
I
thank
said
you
a
all.
VOD.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
One.
Thank you all, everyone.
Just-
I normally raid at the end of stream, but I'm just gonna stop streaming. So, goodbye. You're all amazing. We love Daggerheart, and thank you 1,000 times. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
From ink and steel, stories are forged. We are blade-bound saga.